Let's now discuss Heart 4, a Jing-River point. Heart 4 is located 1.5 zoom proximal to the transverse wrist crease on the radial side of the tendon of the flexor carpi ulnaris muscle. How to find? The flexor carpi radialis muscle is a distinct tendon which can be easily palpated ulnar and proximal to the wrist crease. It attaches to the pisiform bone. Heart 4 is located directly on the radial side of the tendon. Heart 5, Heart 6, and Heart 7 are located at 0.5 zoom intervals distal to Heart 4. Lung 7 is located approximately 1.5 zoom proximal to the wrist crease on the radial aspect of the forearm. Needling 0.3 to 1 zoom vertically or obliquely in a proximal or distal direction. Actions, indications. Heart 4 opens the channel, nourishes the heart, calms the Shen, strengthens the voice. Special features, Jing-River point, metal point. This point is mostly used in channel problems, also because as a river point, it has a special action on joints and bones. It is therefore used for spasm and neuralgia of the forearm and painful obstruction syndrome or P syndrome of elbow and wrist, if the obstruction is along the heart and small intestine channels. As it subdues rebellious qi, Heart 4 can also be used for nausea, as this symptom is often related to ascending of heart qi rather than stomach qi. Calms the mind, so it's good for sadness, fear, anxiety, mental restlessness. Subdues rebellious qi for retching, redness, and swelling of the eyes. Relaxes the sinews for contraction of elbow and arm. Heart 4, as its name spirit path implies, has the ability to calm the spirit and is indicated for restless Zhang disorder and sadness and fear. Restless Zhang disorder arises due to overthinking, excessive worry, and anxiety, which injure the heart, spleen, and liver. It is characterized by a wide variety of symptoms, including unpredictable emotional responses, melancholy, disturbed behavior, restlessness, insomnia, loss of voice, and even mania. In terms of modern medicine, it corresponds to hysterical neurosis. The ability of Heart 4 to treat sudden loss of voice reflects its status as a Jing-River point, since the spiritual pivot states that the Jing-River points should be needled for changes manifesting in the patient's voice. According to the spiritual pivot, when the disease is at the yin within yang, the sinews and bones, needle the Jing-River point of the yin. Heart 4, the Jing-River point of the heart channel, is indicated for contraction of the elbow and arm and a freezing cold sensation deep within the marrow and bones. The spirit in this context refers to the Ling spirit, hidden, serene, mysterious, receptive, as in Heart 2. The metal should be the temperature of the earth. If it is too cold, it may result in physical rigidity, arthritis of the elbow or wrist, or an inability to bend the hands and wrists. If it is too hot, it may manifest as cardiac pain or palpitations. Consider using this point if the spirit is weakened or broken, or when a patient is sad or miserable. For loss of inner direction and purpose in life. Reconnects us with the Father and lends structure, useful with Heart 7 to help encourage the patient back on their harmonious path or way of the Tao. The heart houses the Shen, and here is the pathway to the spirit. In the upper jaw, the heart and lungs work so closely together as sovereign and prime minister among the officials. If one is affected, so often is the other. Here, spirit path brings the resonance of metal to the heart meridian. Connection to the heavens, structure, clarity, and the pose, automatic rhythmic maintenance of all our functions and instincts, mostly unthought of unless they go wrong, can all be accessed here within the context of the heart. When a person's spirit is failing, this point contacts the Shen to put the person back in touch with greater consciousness and the authenticity of their being. used when they lack consistency or structure. If the heart has been disrespected or knocked from its position or has lost its natural rhythm, then the responses of the heart can become deviated and corrupted. The guidance from the spirits is lost and the person dissembles. Heart 4, we use it to restore regularity and rhythm. If elation has got out of hand and become exhausting to the heart, then the movement of metal, of returning to the inside, setting limits and infusing inspiration and richness can help return the heart to its proper pattern of expression. If the heart is oppressed and not maintaining its natural rhythms and instincts, its emanations will not circulate freely, whether the cause is deep sadness and distress or blood deficiency. The resonance of the lung at heart 4, the controller of the breaths and their strength and rhythm, can help free this oppression of the heart. Heart 4 regulates the heart, calms the spirit for hysteria, restlessness, fear, and melancholia, incoherent thinking or speech. The heart, as supreme controller, must be maintained on the path of the spirit. It can be used with heart 7, spirit gate, to reinforce the movement of qi along the meridian. Removes obstruction from the meridian, local for contracture of the elbow and arm. As a Jing-River point, it has an effect on joints and bones, flushing qi through them, and can be used for spasm of the forearm and arthritis of elbow and wrist. At Jing-River points, the qi moves like a wide, mighty river. Jing-River points are recommended for respiratory illness, and in this case, for sudden loss of voice, especially from an emotional cause.